This is the resistance, and we need your...
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest set for one fall. It is a singles bout, the final match of New Frontiers. Introducing first. Ladies and gentlemen, he hails from Devon, weighs in at 13.5 stone. This is Nick Riley.
You know, it's been a feature of the agenda ever since they revealed their plan for British wrestling to try and take out anyone who dares to resist them. They tried to take out Nick Riley yesterday by making him go 2-on-1 against Joel Redmond and Yestin Reeves. It didn't work because Leroy Kincaid was there. Leroy is not here today.
And his opponent.
Oh, are you ready for this? I'm really excited. The debut of the Queen's footman, David Deville. Oh.
Leroy Kincaid, not here, injured yesterday at the hands of Colossus, the newest member of the agenda. Shah Samuels hasn't been here all weekend. We still don't know where he is. Nick Riley is the last remaining member of the resistance. There is no one to help him against this malignant force.
You feel the presence of this big boy, don't you? I wouldn't say no to him. I mean that in the nicest possible way. I wouldn't say no to him, saying, Dave, I'm losing you.
It's been a long day for you, hasn't it?
I wouldn't say no to him. No!
At this time,
stop digging.
The agenda.
You're looking worried now, Bradshaw.
I think you're mistaking a look of worry for a look of disgust.
Every time Alex Shane is in your presence, you've got that weird look on you.
David Deville wearing yellow and purple. What a ridiculous singlet for starters.
Yellow and purple. It's 2011.
Comes out here wearing the...
That's what you get, Bradshaw. Yellow and purple, 2011.
He comes out here, he's wearing the world title belt, he hasn't even wrestled, he hasn't done one arm bar, one arm lock, he hasn't done a headlock against anyone in the FWA, and he declares himself the world heavyweight champion because he's buddies with Alex Shane and he happens to work for Her Majesty the Queen.
And you're scared of Alex Shane. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Your issues with Alex Shane.
What's going on with anything between me and Alex Shane, the Ascension, has nothing to do with my feelings for David Deville.
But what's your issue with him, Bradshaw? Look at him. He's primed and ready to go. He's the Queen's footman. He's taking me around the palace.
You're a wrestling fan. You're a lifelong wrestling fan,
yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. How many times have you seen David Deville wrestle in your life?
How can I have seen him wrestle? It's his debut match.
Exactly.
You moron.
There's my point.
What's your point?
My point is, how is he the world champion? He's never wrestled.
Do yourselves a favour. Button your lips, open your eyes, and learn a lesson. The first lesson you sad, moronic, imbecilic buffoons will learn in your entire lives. You see, the people that make the decisions in this world do so in periods like this, when most of you are tired, most of you are asleep, and most of you are unaware of our agenda. Well, you see, when the FWA started its season 2, it was down to us and the people that we are in union with to take out our adversaries, to take out our foes, and to take out people like you. Because people like you remind us of people like you. And people like you make us sick. Sick! Deep as your mum. Ask her. Now, the fact is, yesterday we took out Leroy Kincaid, and today we take out you, Nick Riley, you, Nick Riley, you. And the person who will do it is the Royal Footman of Her Majesty the Queen, David Deville. Because right here, you will witness history being made when David Deville defends the FWA title against you, Nick Riley, and you, whether you are aware of it or not, are part of the agenda. The Ascension has spoken. 13-13.
You got cold sweats there.
Well, in amongst that diatribe, I think I heard the Ascension say that this is going to be a championship match.
Yes, he did. The title is on the the title's on the line. So you're complaining now? David Deville in his debut match is defending the title.
There'd be a certain irony if he lost the title in his first match, wouldn't there?
Just think Vince.
Come on, work. Oh, hang on. I could say work with me here. Nick Riley's got a lot of people to work with here. He's being surrounded by all four of these agenda members who are here. Oh, hang on, that's Colossus. Colossus, who made his debut yesterday. The newest member of the agenda with a devastating chokeslam. I thought this was a one-on-one match with David Deville.
It is a one-on-one match. The bell hasn't rung.
It's a 4-on-1 assault. It's a big boot to the face from the Ascension. Oh,
See,
now
exactly.
they ring the bell.
This is why I'm here to explain these things to you, because you're so thick you don't understand. The bell is now started, which means you're a lifelong wrestling fan. When the bell sounds, the match starts. Simple.
Call me a purist. I thought it might start when both men were on their feet at 100%, not after one man's had two of his buddies do a number on his opponent. There's a knee to the side of the head as the Ascension applauds his apprentice, Her Majesty's Royal Footman, David Deville. To Deville.
Oh!
Check up from the neck up.
Beautiful.
Well, that's a classic Alex Shane move.
This guy is the new Alex Shane. He's the future of British wrestling.
The Ascension is telling Deville to teach Riley a lesson, and Deville is choking out Riley. That's illegal for starters.
You're genuinely scared, aren't you? I can tell by your voice. Your voice is cracking. Every time Alex Shane says something. What's he got on you, Bradshaw? You got a dirty little secret on you?
All I'm saying is this is a very sinister man and a very sinister organisation, the Agenda. I don't know who this new woman is holding the championship belts.
That's Scarlet Black.
Big overhead, belly to belly from Deville.
Alex Shane shouts, finish it, finish him.
Deville with a little look in this direction.
At you.
He's just absolute pure venom. The Ascensions, he calls him an apprentice, I call him a henchman, up on the top, went for a frog splash! Nobody home, Riley moved. And now the Agenda looking a little bit worried. But they thought they'd stack the odds so highly against Nick Riley that there would be no chance of him winning this. The Ascension said the title's on the line, and now Riley with a boot to the face. It could all be unravelling here for the Agenda at the NEC.
We could see a new champion here tonight, Bradshaw.
Enziguri by Nick Riley. Went for a clothesline, no one home. Riley with a rolling thunder. And a spinning corkscrew moonsault. Riley, we can have a new champion. We didn't, only two. The plan is going awry for the Agenda.
Alex Shane there just giving Deville a wake-up call. He's the chosen one. He's Alex Shane's apprentice. He's the world champion.
May only be the world champion for a couple of moments
to clarify,
more.
this is a title match, yeah? The title is on the line.
As far as I understand. Oh, no! Ascension hooks the leg of Riley.
Bless
Ridiculous.
him. He slipped.
How many times are these members of the agenda going to get involved in this championship match?
It was all that grease from Johnny Storm earlier.
God, big spine buster by Deville. The Ascension is directing traffic. Deville climbing to the top. This crowd hushed as they show their concern at this beating that Riley's just suffered from David Deville. A frog splashes all, and Deville retains the championship for the agenda.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match and retaining the FWA World Heavyweight Championship for the agenda, David Deville.
What did he say to you? What did Shane come over and say to you? Bradshaw? Hello, Joel to Bradshaw.
David Deville has beaten Nick Riley and retained the championship. He never even won.
What did he say to you?
Oh, and of course, doesn't matter. Of course, we are not done. You can't just take a victory and leave, can you? Deville is choking out Riley after that joke of a match. Riley still nearly beat him, by the way.
Was an example of what happens to people like you. You see, the agenda is here, and phase 1 was to take out the heroes of the FWA, and that is what we have done. Phase 2 begins now, and that is the complete and total takeover of British professional wrestling. And there's not a thing that you, they, or anyone can do about it.
Nice of the Resistance to come out, wasn't it?
The Resistance aren't here. Leroy Kincaid has been injured by Colossus. Yeah, what's that? The Ascension and Deville have seen something going. Hang on, that's Johnny Fear! Johnny Fear is here!
What's he doing here?
Johnny Fear of the XWA! Well, we saw him on YouTube this week promising he was going to come to the NEC. He's got a long-running feud with the Ascension in XWA up in Morecambe Spear. My God, that's one of our stewards.
What's he doing here?
Alex! Get out here now! How many innocent people have to suffer, Alex? How many innocent people have to suffer for your mistakes? Get out here now! You're back there! It's time to stop running, Alex! Get out here right now! Now!
Fear is calling for Alex Shane, the Ascension, to come back and face him.
I've not come all the way to the Birmingham NEC for nothing!
It's another one of our officials saying, I think he's saying that they've gone. The agenda have gone straight out of the arena. My God, Fear's another official! A spinning spine buster by Johnny Fear!
Alex Shane, listen carefully. I know you will be at Fort Park. I don't care where you are in this country, Alex. I will find you, and I'm going to make you pay for everything that you've done to me. Because you see, Johnny Fear does not have anything to do with the Resistance. I have nothing to do with the agenda, because I have my own agenda. And Alex Shane, I see your agenda as a serpent, and the best way to kill a serpent is to chop its head off. And Alex Shane, that head is you. So I'm coming for you, Alex. I don't care where you are, what you're doing, what I have to do. I'm gonna find you, and the entire FWA will face your fear.
Well, after Nick Riley was taken out, we thought there was no one left to represent the Resistance. Johnny Fear says he doesn't represent them.
He doesn't represent you listening? He doesn't represent the Resistance.
Yeah, but nor does he represent the agenda. He may not be a member of the Resistance, but he could certainly be the Resistance's friend, because Johnny Fear is coming after the Ascension. He will be at Fort Park, he says, on Easter weekend. And Johnny Fear, just as quickly as he entered, has left the NEC with a chilling message to the agenda. Sooner or later, you will face your fear.